तनुश्री, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट कर लें पहले। प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
Am I audible, sir?
या बिंदल साहब को नमस्कार। So let's start.
AD sir, namaskar.
नमस्कार उदेश जी, नमस्कार।
Good morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग तनुश्री जी।
So, good morning, everyone. Namaskar. I, Tanushree Verma, welcome you all in the international webinar for disability inclusive disaster risk reduction in education sector, being organized by June for Solution on the occasion of International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction today on 13th October. So, just a little background about the disability inclusive DRR and why we are taking this issue today on this occasion. So according to a survey done by United Nations International Strategy for Disaster Reduction, UNISDR, on the issue of exclusion regarding disability in disaster, 72.9% of persons have no personal preparedness plan if we see for disaster management lenses. The cause of disability is not just limited to birth, but also due to unfortunate incident in various natural and man-made disaster, as disabled populations suffer disproportionately during the disaster, as we have seen in various disasters, and even during the pandemic COVID-19, we have seen that especially able people were suffering a lot in absence of any caregiver. So not only do the disaster create impairment, they also further get discriminated in post-disaster relief management and response processes, which is affecting the overall health and well-being of the specially able people. So today we are taking a special sector of education where June for Solution has already worked a lot, especially in association with Amar Jyoti Foundation, which is one of the prominent organizations in India, where June for Solution supported Amar Jyoti Foundation to develop its a disaster management plan. And not only that, June for Solution also organized a disabled-friendly training, in the various sign languages, and also a complete evacuation drill was organized in the school with the special students, and whole school got evacuated. So that process will be discussed later by Nakulji. Now I will hand over to Nakulji to give a welcome address to the August gathering. He is director for June for Solution and earlier worked with National Disaster Response Force and Civil Defense Ministry of Home Affairs as Deputy Director for Disaster Management. So Nakulji, I'm over to you, sir.
Thank you, Tanushree. I am welcoming you all, especially those who came to attend this webinar on Ashtami. It's the big festival going on in India. This is the day, 2 days before of Dasahara. So happy Dasahara to all, happy Ashtami to all. I personally welcome our delegates. Due to right now, Rajendra Singh, member NDMA, is not logged in because he is sitting with some minister. I welcome him also. I welcome Sri Major General Manoj Kumar Bindal Sahab, Executive Director, NIDM. NIDM is the eminent institute for capacity building in India and worldwide known. It's headed by Major General Manoj Kumar Bindal Sahab. I welcome Seema Tuli. She is the principal of a school of inclusive education. This school has more than 300 special child, and we are fortunate and get chance to develop their disaster management plan. And this is the one school which can be replicated, duplicated everywhere. What type of disaster management plan they have, how they make whole school accessible for all students. Even some students are there with disability percentage is more than 70%, 75%. They have lots of students such types. I welcome Sri Abhesh ji, assistant professor from Invertis University. I welcome Muhammad Hadri. He is now ex-deputy minister of disaster management in Afghanistan. Otherwise, he is my best friend. I also welcome Mr. Nikos. He is an expert in disabled-friendly infrastructure worldwide. In-house, he has more than 3,000 disabled students, learners, whom he trained how to make their life fruitful and how to reach the desired goal. And in last, I welcome Sri Ashish Panda ji and our moderator, Tanushree Madam, and of course, all participants, visible eminent participant, Dr. Shailesh Kumar. He is founder of SA University in Nevada. And I am seeing Sandhya Kumari, Dr. Savan Kumar. So I welcoming you all. Thank you. Idea is they are a special child. They are a special people in our society. We are required to support them. How? Government of India detail, and we have expert today, those who will deliberate in detail. So I am welcoming you all again. Let's start. Thank you, Tanushree. You may invite our delegates to inaugurate the meeting.
Thank you, Nakulji. Before initiating the formal course of discussion, I will request everyone to mute their mic. We will open the session as and when required for question and answer round. And first we will listen to all our eminent panelists, and then we will open the session for the question and answer. There is a dedicated time slot for each of the speaker. So I will also request all the speaker kindly to stick to that time slot. So with that, I want to invite Major General Bindal Saab. He is Executive Director for NIDM. And Major Saab has also served as Deputy Director General in Directorate of Army Air Defense and Director of Center for United Nations Peacekeeping, New Delhi. And has also got in-depth expertise on the issue of disability inclusive DRR. Before that, just a little brief about the Indian policy maker who has worked for disability friendly country in India. We have 2 acts for the disability inclusion in various sectors: the Right to Person with Disability Act 2016 and Person with Disability Equal Opportunity Protection of Right and Full Participation Act 1995. The Right to Person with Disability Act also mandates the participation of person with disability in disaster risk management processes. In this endeavor, National Disaster Management Authority has also laid down guidelines for disability inclusive disaster risk reduction in 2018, detailing the roles and responsibility of various stakeholders at central and state level along with the academic institution. As per the census of 2011, around 2.68 crore persons are disabled in India. In 2015, the Government of India rolled out the Accessible India Initiative Sugam Bharat Abhiyan, with the motive to make it convenient for people with disability to access public administrative building and transport, among other things. Major Saab has in-depth information and knowledge about the disability inclusive DRR. He has contributed in many national and international platforms for this issue. So I'll request Bindal sir to kindly unmute yourself and enlighten us with your thoughts and knowledge on this issue concerned. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tanushree. First of all, Jai Hind to every participant who has joined and the esteemed panelists for today. It's a very important topic that has been picked up on this important day. And I must compliment Mr. Nakul Tarun for picking a topic which is so relevant, and especially during disasters, the most marginalized and vulnerable group of the society is being talked about today. That's a big thing. So selection of the theme for today's webinar is very, very good, and I compliment the team for the same. Rajinder Singh CG is not joining right now, I think so. That's what I was told. However, we are proceeding forward. What I have to say about disaster risk reduction in the education sector, it's a very important thing that it has been included in the education sector, because more than 30% of the Indian population is in the education, are students of some nature or other, whether they be in schools, colleges, or post graduations or higher studies, but they are into this education. And hence, by targeting them, by ensuring that their needs are met, we are covering just 30%, one third of the Indian population. Uh, and they are the most important for the future of the country. And hence, this uh, awareness campaign, which is started today, is very, very important. Because one of the principal resources which is often overlooked in disaster risk reduction planning remains the skills and capabilities of children with disabilities. So United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, UNCRPD, Article 11, it provides fundamental legal instruments aimed at protecting and promoting the fundamental rights of persons with disabilities. That was taken out in 2006. Again, in the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction in 2015, the topic of people with the disabilities in DRR was further strengthened within the international policy and practice discourse on disaster risk reduction. Schools, where children spend most of their lives, offer critical avenues towards achieving disability inclusive DRR in line with the Global Comprehensive School Safety Network. So the framework emphasizes three school safety pillars, uh, that's safety, DRR education, and integrating children in DRR through child-centered, child participatory efforts in recognition of children's rights to safety and protection. So the results of the first ever UN Global Survey in 2013 of persons living with disabilities on how they cope with disasters reveals that a disproportionate number suffer and die in disasters because their needs are ignored and neglected. So they are often left totally reliant on the kindness of family, friends, and neighbors for their survival and safety. So just 17% of the respondents were aware of a disaster management plan in their own city, town, or community, and just about 14% said that they had been consulted on it. So at the same time, more than 50% of the respondents expressed a wish to participate in community disaster management. So a disability inclusive disaster risk reduction not only helps disabled, but also elderly, small children, and foreigners who speak different languages. So uh, persons with disabilities, which is the world's largest minority, are the first to be forgotten and the last to be remembered of all the marginalized groups in case of a disaster. So persons with disabilities, PWDs, experience the impact of disasters and climate change disproportionately. They are more adversely impacted than the general population because their condition exposes them to various additional risks. So it is very important that India's disaster management system takes into account the needs of the persons with disabilities during the time of disasters. And towards this end, the National Disaster Management Authority has taken out guidelines advising and laying down the policies and the framework that needs to be followed for dealing with people with disabilities during the times of disasters and how to prepare for the same. So we have seen that there are many challenges where the stakeholders, service providers, including the government, line departments, organizations working in the field of disability, have been confronted with innumerable gaps and challenges in the ecosystem that worked as barriers to their optimal functions. So there were many impediments like near absence of appropriate disability sensitive and disability responsive policies, uh, somewhere the planning fell short, or a limited disability inclusive organizational system, then social stigma which is there against the disabled, then accessibility to the service uh, to the more vulnerable groups within the disabled persons like women, elderly, children, the transgender, and the various other communities. Such factors which are responsible for discrimination against the persons with disabilities get further magnified during disasters because of the many myths and beliefs associated with disabilities. So while COVID-19 is impacting the entire population, persons with disabilities are more vulnerable to the disease because of the physical, sensory, and cognitive limitations. Government of India has taken large number of initiatives. First, I told you about the National Disaster Management Authority taking out the guidelines. Also, number of meaningful steps have been taken by the government to address the issue of disability in a comprehensive manner, acknowledging their rights and entitlements as equal citizens in the country. And there was very limited evidence of disability inclusive policies and programs in the country. But a welcome change has been noticed since 2014 with the introduction of a large number of disability inclusive policies, which has enhanced the awareness of issues related to persons with disabilities. The first acknowledgement of the need to view disabled persons from a new perspective surfaced in the Prime Minister's Mann Ki Baat in 2015, when he wished to term persons with disability as Divyangan, replacing the derogatory terms of Viklang or Apang. In September 19, the guidelines were taken out by NDMA, which is also called DIDRR, Disability Inclusive Disaster Risk Reductions. Then in 2015, the government rolled out the Accessible India campaign, Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan, with the objective being to make it convenient for persons with disabilities to access administrative buildings and transport, among other things. So the campaign has been launched in many states. Then we had the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act of 2016, which was aligned with the UN CRPD, which I mentioned above, forming the overarching legal framework which identifies and protects disability rights in India. And it also refers to the Disaster Management Act of 2005 for the safety and protection of the persons with disabilities. Then we had the Rights of Persons with Disability rules in 2017, which elaborate an implementable strategy specifically in the matters of accessibility of infrastructure, transport and information and communication technologies, which are important aspects in the context of DRR. So we had a large number of steps which have been taken by the government. However, there is a need to address that the awareness of the DRR challenges with persons with disabilities is taken up in much larger way than it is being done, because there is a lot of scope for reaching out to every person who's having a disability, the caretaker, and the organization which is working towards their DRR. And hence, this particular program organized by Zone 4 Solutions will pave the way for addressing a gap in this region. And I think it will be a good example setting for future. So with this, I'll finish my inaugural address. Thank you so much, and back to you, Tanushree Verma ji.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with this knowledge of disability inclusive DRR sector. You have mentioned many important points, including the global regional framework where DRR has been integrated, like SFDRR. And at national level, a lot of efforts has been taken, like it was talked about in the Mann Ki Baat program of Prime Minister himself. So since integration and all, we have a lot of policies and all, but there are many challenges also, as you rightly mentioned, sir. Like the skill and capacity building of the children with disability is an important challenge, and how to reach and community outreach is an important area of concern that that kind of awareness should be developed among the community, that how we can integrate disability inclusive DRR strategy, or what are those various tools to reach out those population, because we have seen in many disasters that they are left unattended, and it is very difficult for them to evacuate also, even though they want to. So those kind of efforts are required to be faced, and these are really challenging for a scenario for stakeholder and government himself also. So, sir, I will request you to stay for a few more minutes. We'll take up questions for you, sir. So I am opening the floor for question and answer. ED sir have very busy schedule today. So if anybody has any question, kindly raise your hand. We will unmute you for the questions.
प्लीज मैं आवाज नहीं पहचान पाया, कौन बोल रहे हैं? Tanushree, are you able to see any question for ED sir? Because we know today everyone has so many commitments. So
I understand.
Have you seen any question in chat box?
No, sir, not yet, sir.
So, sir, audience didn't have any question from you. Someone complimented, but not question. So thank you.
Good. That's because Abhi it has just started, and
yes, I
we have
understand.
number of ministers coming after this.
But we know, sir, you will not available for the question answer session.
So we thought to consider, yeah, we thought to take it right.
Abhi, today it's quite a busy day, like he said. But as I will come on your platform some other time again on any other issue, and I've given my details on the chat, my name, my email ID, and my phone number. So do contact me if you require me to address on any issue at a later stage. But I thank everyone who listened to me. And if they have a question, they can mail me or ask me on telephone also later, but not today, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for
thank you.
Thank you,
Edisa.
Thank you. Thank you, Avdesh, you also.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye.
So, Tanushree, you please invite Seema Tuli ji.
Yes. So I will just connect the address given by Major Sir. So he said that community outreach is very important, and we know that disaster do not discriminate. It affects across all sectors equally when we see disasters. So school children are one of such sector which get largely vulnerable during those kind of disaster, especially during the daytime. So we need to get constantly involved to develop skills of these school children, especially if these children are special children. So in this context, Zone for Solution has worked with one organization, Amarjyoti Foundation, in 2019, and we are able to develop one disaster management plan for the Amarjyoti Foundation School of Special Children. We have with us Ms. Seema Tuli, Principal of Amarjyoti School Foundation for Inclusive Education. And I will request Ma'am Tuli to kindly unmute yourself and discuss your experience of developing that disaster management plan and the whole process till mock drill and training, which were provided in coordination with Zone for Solution under your guidance, ma'am. Ma'am Tuli?
Yes. Thank you so much. Very, very good morning to all of you. Namaskar, and thank you so much for having me here. So when Nakulji spoke to me last week and he said that, I would want you to address a gathering where we are talking about disaster management for persons or children with disabilities, I thought this was a very good platform to create awareness, because like Major General M.K. Bindal very rightly said in his address that children with disabilities or persons with disabilities are generally left behind when such disasters happen. So before I go ahead with that, namaskar to all of you, and let me introduce myself. Like Tanushree said, I am Seema Tuli. I'm the Principal Director Academics at Amar Jyoti School for Inclusive Education. Amar Jyoti जो हमारी संस्था है, 40 साल पहले डॉक्टर रुमा तुली ने एक पेड़ के नीचे उसकी शुरुआत की थी with 30 children, 15 with disabilities and 15 without. और 40 साल पहले she was known as the mad woman of East Delhi, कि एक पागल औरत है जो पेड़ के नीचे बैठती हैं और ये सोचती है कि विकलांग बच्चे और सामान्य बच्चे साथ में पढ़ सकते हैं. So उस शुरुआत के साथ जो 30 बच्चों के साथ हुई थी, आज हमारे पास 510 बच्चे हैं. We have 510 children with and without disabilities studying together in almost equal number. And when I talk about children with disabilities, friends, I have children with cross disabilities. I have children who are orthopedically challenged. I have children who are hearing impaired. I have children who are visually impaired. I have children who are intellectually challenged. And I have children who are deafblind, studying along with the able-bodied children. A lot of times, we are asked this question कि भाई विकलांग और सामान्य बच्चों को कैसे पढ़ाते हैं आप? ये तो possible नहीं है. So हम जवाब यही देते हैं हमेशा that it is difficult but it is possible. और 40 साल से हम ये कर रहे हैं. And believe me friends, मेरे with disability बच्चों ने 40 साल से हम लोगों का नाम खूब रोशन किया है. We have Nishtha, a child without upper limbs. उसके दोनों हाथ नहीं थे, 4 साल की हमारे पास आई थी और उसको ट्रेन किया गया टू यूज हर टोज. वो बच्ची आज ग्रेड 12 में है. वो अपने पैरों से लिखती है, खाती है, आप में से किसी का मेकअप कर सकती है, पॉटरी करती है, आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट करती है. और IT स्किल्स कंपटीशन में इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट किया था चाइना में, एंड शी केम बैक विद द सुपर चैलेंजर्स अवार्ड. Similarly, we have Fahim and Alisha, children on wheelchair who play beautiful basketball. And they've represented our country internationally in wheelchair basketball in Nepal and in other countries. So, like I said, how do we do it? We do it with a holistic approach. हमारे academics, integrated sports, integrated cultural activities, medical facilities, and pre-vocational skill development training. सब कुछ विद इन द कैंपस दिया जाता है. तनुश्री ने अभी बोला कि इनकी स्किल डेवलपमेंट जब बात आती है विद डिसेबिलिटी बच्चों की, तो कहीं ना कहीं ये बच्चे पीछे रह जाते हैं. और अमर ज्योति में हम ये कहते हैं कि अगर हम शुरुआत से ही उनको स्किल ट्रेनिंग देंगे तो ये बच्चे किसी से पीछे नहीं रह सकते. एंड हमारे
इशू फॉरवर्ड and we are trying to replicate it at large scale at various phases. And you have rightly said that it's an integration process. Skill building is an integration process, and accessibility we can certainly create. And we can see that recently Government of Delhi has also taken one initiative where they have circulated one checklist to all the school, and that again remotivated us to organize this workshop, that we should at least call people like you through this platform. Everybody could listen that how we can integrate especially able children in our disaster management plan. And you have rightly said, it's not only about the plan. It's a continuous process, is a cycle. Plan should lead to proper training and mock drill. Mock drill certainly first few mock drill will not happen as per the required standard, but with rigorous practice, we will certainly able to enhance our skill. And the third important point, that we all are stakeholder to the process of making India disaster resilient, be it parent, teacher, or the student themselves, or outside agency like fire department, police department. They are all parts of this whole process of disaster resilience. But certainly in the school, principal, teacher, and the students are the primary stakeholder, and they have to learn from each other. I can see that Vasudeva sir has raised his hand. Sir, kindly unmute yourself if you have any question.
There is no question, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good morning to everyone. With guidelines of Zone 4 Solution Director and Head of the Department, as per your guidelines, we have conducted 2 programs, ma'am, in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, where we have made Braille letters of disaster fundamentals of disaster management, where the student, the special student, can able to read and write about the disaster and its impact. So this we have done through with the help of Zone 4 Solution. Now we are in practice these things, and we are conducting a scenario-based exercise, ma'am, in the hall. So if any authenticated message comes out, then how to react, because they are the more highly vulnerable people. and how to react immediately, to whom they have to contact. All these emergency important numbers we have provided to the disabled student with a special phone what they are having in their hand, ma'am. Because they are having their special mobile phone with a special apps and all. So these we are practicing in Tamil Nadu. This is I wanted to share in this meeting, ma'am. As Sima madam has given a lot of information about the ramp, staircase, and the flashlight, signal, and alarm, signing, all these things. As madam said, we have to do it very frequently, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So thank you, Vasudeva sir, for contributing this discussion and the initiative taken by you. I hope you will take more initiative from after this workshop, because ma'am is so inspirational.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Yes. Nakulji, I
So
request you
thank
to
Director Nakulji for that.
yeah. Nakulji, I request you to run that small video clipping of a training program which we have organized at Amar Jyoti Foundation, so that larger community can see that how this training program also happened with the disabled children.
I am not sure it will run or not, but I am trying.
In the meantime, Amba Arun Dhar has some question. Sir, kindly unmute yourself and go ahead with your question. Amba Arun Dhar.
First of all, good morning to Nakul sir.
Everyone else, kindly mute yourself except the speaker and the person who is asking the question, please. Tanvi Khandelwal, mute yourself, please. Yes.
Actually, madam, last week we had a course.
Nakulji, mute your mic, please.
Last week we had a course.
Nakulji, mute yourself, sir. Nakul sir, mute yourself, please. There is a question people are asking. Ha, sir. Amba sir, Arup sir, please.
So last week we had a courses here on sign languages, and we were very much fortunate. Including me,
sir, you are not audible properly, sir. Your voice is not clear, sir. You are audible, but it's not clear. You can also write your question in the chat box. Hello?
Yes, madam. So last week we have completed sign language training for 15 days with 20 of our volunteers, including me. And we learned a lot of miracles, how we can speak with the disability people, and we visited some of the disability schools, and now we are practicing ourselves in the community, everyone now and then with our trained volunteer to get some more ideas.
Sir, we are not able to sir, you are disconnected, I think.
कोई बात नहीं, अनूप धर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है, प्लीज जब आप सिग्नल में आए तो करें. सीमा तुली मैडम, जस्ट वी वांट टू शो यू कि हम अपने लेवल पे वी ट्राइंग आवर बेस्ट कि पूरे इंडिया में, जैसे अनूप धर इज आवर ब्रांड एम्बेसडर इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट, ही इज वर्किंग इन त्रिपुरा. Vasudevan is our brand ambassador working in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. Similarly, we have lots of brand ambassador and 2 more centers. Those who all working for this cause. हम इन्हें ये बताना चाहते थे और कम्युनिटी को दिखाना चाहते थे कि सी ये ऑलरेडी सीमा तुली मैडम कर चुकी हैं और ये इम्पॉसिबल टास्क नहीं है. सो प्लीज डोंट अवॉइड, आप इसे शुरू करें और ये हो सकता है और बड़े आराम से हो रहा है. मैं पूरे भरोसे के साथ आप सबको एक कहना चाहता हूं कि हमसे ज्यादा वो बच्चे सिंसियर हैं, हमसे ज्यादा सिंसियर हैं, हमसे ज्यादा गॉड फियरिंग है, हमसे ज्यादा लॉ अवॉइडिंग है. तो उनका वैल्यू हमसे ज्यादा है. जो भी गवर्नमेंट के डायरेक्टिव्स हैं उसको फॉलो करें एंड वी आर हियर टू हेल्प यू. मैडम अभी जो तनुश्री मैडम ने बताया कि दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट ने भी अभी एक लेटर इशू किया है दिल्ली के स्कूल में, नॉट ओनली इन दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट, दिस इज एवरीबॉडी ऑल ओवर इंडिया, सब जगह हुआ है। जैसे आपका स्कूल असेसेबल फॉर ऑल है, और वैसे ही इन्होंने सारे स्कूलों को किया है कि सब लोग करें। हम लोग कई स्कूलों का कंसल्टेंट भी हैं उसका, कि हम उन्हें गाइड करते हैं कि कैसे आप इसको असेसेबल बना सकते हैं ज्यादा से ज्यादा, कि वो लाइब्रेरी भी जा सके। अदरवाइज व्हाट अभी तक स्कूल वालों ने क्या किया है कि चलो बच्चों का क्लास नीचे कर दिया है कि आप ग्राउंड फ्लोर तक ही रह सकते हैं, तो ये लिमिट करना हुआ। हम लोग ये आप किसी को भी, मैं सबको आपको इनवाइट करता हूं कि आप सब लोग मिलकर इस फील्ड में काम करें, और वो कोई तो सोसाइटी से अलग नहीं है, वो हमारे ही बच्चे हैं, हमारे ही भाई हैं। सो प्लीज होल्ड देयर हैंड एंड सपोर्ट देम, और हमसे अच्छा करेंगे वो लाइफ में। आपने खुद बताया कि देखिए वो हमारा मान विदेशों में जाके बढ़ा रहे हैं, दे आर डूइंग बेटर देन अस इन कंप्यूटर, दे आर प्लेइंग बेटर देन। पारा ओलंपिक में नंबर ऑफ मेडल्स जो हैं वो हम लोग जो अपने आप को ठीक कहते हैं उनसे ज्यादा आए हैं, जो टोटल नंबर ऑफ मेडल्स हैं वो ओलंपिक में। तो ये एक अपने आप में प्रूफ है कि दे आर डूइंग बेटर देन अस, जस्ट सपोर्ट देम। और आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा कि वंस यू फेल इन प्लानिंग, अगर प्लान बनाने में ही फेल हो गए तो इंप्लीमेंट क्या करेंगे आप। सो बेटर हैव अ परफेक्ट प्लान एंड उससे भी बढ़िया उसे इंप्लीमेंट करें। थैंक यू मैडम। तनुश्री मैडम, हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं, और हैदरी जी आ गए हैं अफगानिस्तान से, यू कैन इनवाइट हिम।
Thank you, Madam Tuli. I will now invite Mohammad Haidri, sir, who is ex-Deputy Minister, Disaster Management with the Government of Afghanistan earlier, to discuss the disability and disaster management issues in Afghanistan. We have seen that Afghanistan has gone through a lot of ups and downs in recent past. So earlier also we tried to call Haidri Saab in our program, but he could not join us because of unavoidable situation there locally. So today we have got the opportunity to hear him. So I'll request Haidri Saab to kindly unmute himself and go ahead with his thoughts on this issue.
Okay. Good morning. I hope that you have my sound.
And
yes, I'm sorry that joined a little bit late. It was about, that I'm not good in technology. Now my sound is from another system and my video is from another system. I hope that, everything is going well to end of my talking. Yes. First of all, distinguished participants, excellencies, panelists, organizers, good morning and good afternoon and good evening, all the participants from the global. So this is Mohammad Qasim Haidari, a former Deputy Minister for Disaster Management and Humanitarian Affairs, Ministry of Afghanistan, and now head a displaced family, or a person who worked for humanitarian more than
Sir, we are not able to hear you. Sir, you are mute, sir. Your mic is mute.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anyway, days back, Nicole G called me and asked to talk about Afghanistan disability. I told him that I'm not now Deputy Minister in Afghanistan, and I can update you about a strategy that we was in developing for Afghanistan disability management, but not on behalf of the new government. And now I'm not in Afghanistan, but my heart is with the IDPs and affected and needed people that we lived in Afghanistan, and we left them. And now I don't know how they spend their days and their night, who provide them food and shelter, and who provide them medical support. And I hope everything is going to the best way. So with this, with the people of Afghanistan, I have a short overview from disability situation in Afghanistan till August this year, 2021. The National Statistic and Information Authority, NSIA, estimated the prevalence of service disability 3.1% of the Afghanistan population, 3.5% among male, and 2.7% among female in 2019 and 2020. So using a different method and broader definition of the disability, the model of disability surveyed in Afghanistan in 2019 suggests that severe disability prevalence stand at 13.9% in 2019 among Afghanistan adults age 18 and above. Among children 2 to 17 years, the prevalence of moderate disability stand at 7.1%, and severe disability at 3.5%. And between 1 and 2.5 million adults have severe disability, and above 1 million children have disability which hinder significantly their daily activity and social participation. So one family out of 5 has at least one member with a disability. So the whole of Afghanistan assessment in 2019 found that 70% of shock affected household, were headed by a person with a physical or sensory impairment, not including person with a type of impairment, which should also were in consideration. So according to a multi-cluster needed assessment informal settlement, 21% of the household had at least one household member with a disability. So all survey which examine disability consistently conclude that person with disability have lower access to the service and are more exposed to vulnerable to external threat before rendering them less resilience. So an estimated 500,000 children with disability, it means 6 to 18 years, are out of school. And the result from this survey indicate that between 70% to 80% of the children with disability, above the age 6, do not receive education. It was found that that 80% of the boys and 92% of the girls, so with disability, do not complete their primary school. Only 10% of boys and 2% of the girls with disability complete secondary education. In addition, children with intellectual impairment, mental disability, or multiple disability rarely attend school, but some of the barrier with the prevent children with disability from the attending school or distance, lack of support of the encouragement of their partners, and also caregivers due to the fear and stigma, and men's conception about disability or negative attitude in the school, and poor implementation of anti-discrimination policy. So about 50 to 55% with disability have consist access to the healthcare service, despite impressive progress in rapidly expanding business health service throughout the country. So access to the service remain low, distant to the healthcare facility or out of packet expenditure and lack of security, as well as the negative participation of the service support, and explain poor level of the access of the vulnerable people. So then Afghanistan government decided to develop a comprehensive strategy. It was led by Minister of Market and Disability Affairs with cooperation of the Line Ministry and stakeholders. So in Disaster Management Ministry, the ministry that I was handling that and I was leading that ministry was more involved to the process, because the mine action program was and the disaster ministry, and we had most of the disability from the mine and explosion. So the humanitarian support also was done from my ministry. So because of that, we were more involved and engaged in this process. So we had an assessment for developing the strategy for funding some risk that was, the lack of awareness of the population about the disability affairs, and lack of the budget from the Line Ministry, and not including the disability support for their development program and their ministerial annual budget. So, and the disability management was not the government priority. So this all challenge and problems forced us to start developing a strategy with three pillars. The first pillar was inclusion of the person with disability in key sectors and programs. The first one was access to the education, early childhood education, primary education, secondary education. You have Islamic education, and also adult literacy and numeracy, and also the higher education. So this was the first one. The other was access to employment, livelihood, and development support, and social protection, and access to the healthcare, access to the quality and sustainable rehabilitation surveys, and also access to the mental health and psychological support, access to the humanitarian assistance, and access to the building, transportation, and communication, and development of the support service. This was the one pillar that we found. The second pillar was about improvement and social inclusion of the person with disability, like social participation and awareness rising, combating your stigmatization, and access to the sport, participation in the public life and political engagement, rights, and access to the justice, improvement of the women and girls with disability, improvement of the person with disability, and their families and their organization. And the last pillar was about support to the government's coordination with this strategy implementation, like support the coordination implementation of the strategy, access, advocacy to building common understanding on disability inclusion, and data information sharing and managing, something like this. So this was our strategy pillars. So we developed these documents and shared with once in the cabinet meeting, in Afghanistan cabinet meeting, and it is principally passed from the cabinet and asked cabinet for the budgeting from each activity. So we was working for that. So our president left the country, and all the system and the government changed. So now I hope that the new government follow this way and support all the Afghanistan people, especially the people with disability. Thank you very much for inviting me, for having me in today's meeting. I'm very sorry to had joined a little bit late because of the system and the country that now I'm this place. It was very early morning. So I wish very good program to you, and I want to thank from the Zoom for Solution and from all the team, especially from my friend Nicole. So this kind of gathering, this kind of speaking, for sure will support the people are in the need, especially the people like disability. Thank you very much, everyone. If there's any question, so I'm here, I'm ready to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Hydri Saab, for taking out time and coming to this platform in spite of all those issues which are happening out there. This is completely new area. We are just listening to you, the impact of any kind of conflict or humanitarian crisis on the children. And disability is certainly one of the important impact which is coming out, and it's certainly harming or hampering the various growth processes of the children, be it education, be it health. It is adding to the existing scenario of crisis. So how these children who have already got affected and are now somewhere disabled with a lot of mental crisis also are trying to cooperate to the process. These are the important guidance you have given us, like the 3 pillars you have talked about of inclusive approach of the person with disability in various sectors like education, health, then access to employment and social protection, social inclusion, and rightly in the last you have talked about the support, coordination and advocacy. So this advocacy is very important when we talk about children with disability, because children itself are vulnerable group. They're not aware what to do in or case of any such kind of scenario or after any disaster which is happening around us. So this, Nakulji, I feel very important area we have opened through this platform, because we have never heard this kind of experience from the ground itself, that how children are suffering out of this conflict scenario and how people are trying to mitigate the impact of this scenario, because they are more vulnerable with lower access to all the services. So, and it's a very challenging scenario for the parents also, the various stakeholders, the near and dear ones. So thank you, Mr. Hydri, for giving such informative guidance to us through this platform. And we hope that we'll listen more of your experience because this is a completely new area, humanitarian crisis and conflict, and how it is connected to risk reduction from your side. Thank you, Mr. Hydri.
Anushree,
thank you.
Actually, every government is required to be inclusive. Every government. Every policy is required to be inclusive. But it's unfortunate for Afghanistan, and that's why we invited Hydri Saab. Personally, I was aware that he is away from the office. After that, I have invited him because we must learn from the bad experiences of others. Otherwise, हम मार खा के सुधरे तो क्या सुधरे? So that's why I invited him, and he took all the pain. He is not in office right now. That's why he was just speaking from his phone. हम लोगों को ये सीखना चाहिए. Yesterday our Prime Minister also said Afghanistan government should be inclusive. I don't know how that government will be inclusive, but as a disaster manager, we can raise the voice. We can say, we can invite the humanitarian assistance about the children who is suffering in Afghanistan and all around the world. So what we can do, we should do. Hydri Saab, we again promise you we will work together, and whatever possible to do, we will do. Thank you.
Thank you, Hydri Saab. So
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So with this, we are moving ahead with our next speaker, Since we are discussing about disability inclusive DRR and since morning in the education sector, we are talking about children issues and concerns and challenges they face, and how with our initiative and effort, coordinated effort, we can minimize the impact of these disasters on the special children. So we have with us Engineer Avdesh Kumar, who is working with Department of Civil Engineering in University, India. Mr. Kumar has vast experience and knowledge on disaster risk reduction and currently also involved with the National Institute of Disaster Management for Development of India Disaster Report 2019. I will request Avdesh sir to kindly discuss on the issues and needs, priorities of especially able children and how this can be addressed, these needs and priorities. Avdesh ji? Avdesh ji is connected, Nakul sir?
Check. Avdesh ji.
He was there in the morning.
Right now he is not visible. So please call him. Make a ring till the time. मैं थोड़ा बात कर लेता हूँ. Audience idea is कि otherwise Hydri Saab said rest of other type of disability engagement, but we want to discuss about the disabled friendly education system and अभी दो बातें सुबह से निकल कर के आई. फर्स्ट इज कि जो डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान बने वो कैसे इंक्लूसिव हो. फर्स्ट पॉइंट वाज दैट. सेकेंड पॉइंट इज कि जो लर्निंग सेंटर्स हैं, वो स्कूल हैं, कॉलेज हैं, यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, वो कैसे डिसेबल फ्रेंडली हो. तो दोनों के लिए गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के पास पॉलिसी है, गाइडलाइन है एंड ऑर्डर्स हैं. अभी रिसेंटली 2 बार ये बात हो चुकी है कि दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट ने एंड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने ऑलरेडी ये लेटर इशू किया है एंड वी आर असिस्टिंग लॉट्स ऑफ स्कूल इन मेकिंग देम डिसेबल फ्रेंडली, कि कैसे वहाँ रैंप बना सकते हैं, कैसे उनके लिए रेलिंग बनाया जा सकता है, कैसे उनके यहाँ पार्किंग बनाया जा सकता है, कैसे उनका बाथरूम बनाया जा सकता है, हाउ टू दे रीच टू द लाइब्रेरी, कैसे वो म्यूजिक रूम में जा सकते हैं. तो वी आर ऑलरेडी डूइंग दिस. एनीबडी, अगर आप लोग भी इसमें पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहते, यू ऑल आर वेलकम. आप लोग आए, हमारे साथ ज्वाइन करें और इस कम्युनिटी के लिए काम करते हैं. डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान सारे वैसे ही बनते हैं जैसे जो हम, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ यू हैव हर्ड मी अबाउट द डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान. डिसास्टर, मैडम का माइक अनम्यूट करो भाई.
थक गया हूं मैं, थक गया हूं.
ठीक है, तो हम लोग ये कर सकते हैं कि जब हम लोग रिस्क असेस करते हैं उसी समय हमें ये असेस करना होता है कि हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स और कितने लोग हमारे कम्युनिटी के जो हैं वो डिसेबल्ड है. बिकॉज जब वो डिसेबल्ड है तो उनका रिस्क ज्यादा होगा. सुबह से ये बात हो रहा है. ओब्वियसली जब रिस्क ज्यादा होगा, बीमारी ज्यादा होगी, तो उसका दवाई भी ज्यादा चाहिए होगा, मिटिगेशन मेजर्स भी ज्यादा चाहिए होंगे. तो पहला पॉइंट तो वो हुआ. दूसरा, अभी जब हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, यू हैव मस्ट हर्ड सीमा तुली मैडम, कि वो हम लोगों ने उनका स्कूल डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान बनाया था, दैट इज इंक्लूसिव डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान. तो उसमें क्या है कि जो डिसेबल बच्चे हैं उन्हें एस्केप के लिए ज्यादा जगह की जरूरत होती है. जो एग्जिट पॉइंट, जो एग्जिट स्पेस चाहिए वो क्लियर चाहिए और ज्यादा स्पेस चाहिए. ये आपको असेस करना है, क्योंकि कुछ उसमें से व्हील चेयर से निकलते हैं और अदरवाइज वो थोड़े फ्राजाइल वॉकिंग होती है उनकी, तो उनको ज्यादा स्पेस चाहिए होता है. वो एक दूसरे से साथ में आकर के निकलने में उनको असुविधा होती है. देयर इज चांस ऑफ फॉलिंग, गिरने का चांस होता है. तो क्या सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं आप? हम लोगों ने भी वहां यही किया. हम लोगों ने कि जितने भी एग्जिट थे सारे एग्जिट को हम लोगों ने यूज किया. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वो खुद भी बता रही थी यहाँ कि जैसे रैंप है उनके यहाँ, रैंप भी था, सीढ़ी भी है उनके यहाँ. तो जो एबल्ड बच्चे हैं हम लोगों ने उसे डिवाइड कर दिया. केबल्ड बच्चे सीढ़ी से जाएंगे और जो डिसेबल्ड बच्चे, स्पेशल बच्चे जो हैं वो रैंप से जाएंगे। तो व्हाट वी डिड, हम लोगों ने क्या किया कि कंजेशन को कम कर दिया। जो भी डोर पतला था, मतलब विड्थ जिसकी कम थी, उसे हम लोगों ने चौड़ा करवाया। रेस्ट उन्होंने बताया। देखिए एक पॉइंट और आता है कि वो बड़ा अच्छा पॉइंट है जो आप सबको जानना चाहिए। मोस्ट ऑफ स्कूल में इमरजेंसी अलार्म लगा हुआ होता है, आइदर वो रिंग करता है और वो हॉर्न बजाता है। मोस्ट ऑफ स्कूलों में हुटर जिसको बोलते हैं आप, वो चलने लगता है इमरजेंसी के केस में। बट सी कि क्या जो हियरिंग इंपेयर्ड बच्चे हैं और जो देख नहीं सकते, जो साइट इंपेयर्ड बच्चे हैं, तो क्या वो सायरन सुनेंगे? वो सुनेंगे ही नहीं। तो उसके लिए हम लोगों ने वहां पे वो ब्लिंकर्स लगाए थे कि जिससे कि उनको पता चले कि देखो देयर इज इमरजेंसी। ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि रिंग बजेगा तभी इमरजेंसी का साइन बन सकता है। कोई भी साइन जिसे आप फिक्स करें और आपके लोग उसे आइडेंटिफाई करें कि इट्स इमरजेंसी बेल, तो इमरजेंसी बेल है वो। चाहे वो मैनुअल बजाए, चाहे ऑटोमेटिक हो, साउंड का हो, लाइट का हो, व्हाटएवर, तो आप उनके लिए ऐसा कर सकते हैं। और ऐसा हम लोगों ने वहां किया। उसका बड़ा सक्सेस, वो बहुत ही सफल प्रयोग था हम लोगों का। अनदर इज विच इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर प्लान्स कि हम लोग सेल्फ ग्लो इवैक्यूएशन मैप बनाते हैं। किसके लिए? नॉर्मल बच्चों के लिए। क्यों? जब भगवान न करे लेट से कि बिल्डिंग में अगर आग लग गया है तो धुआं भर जाता है, और धुआं भरने के बाद आपको रास्ता नहीं दिखता है। जो एबल्ड बच्चे जिनकी आंख है उनको रास्ता नहीं दिखता है। तो क्या होता है, अभी दिखाता हूं मैं। देखिए यहाँ पे ये दिख रहा होगा, ये लगा हुआ है हमारे यहाँ सेल्फ ग्लो इवैक्यूएशन मैप। एक ऐसा ये दिख रहा है आप लोगों को, ये है सेल्फ ग्लो इवैक्यूएशन मैप। तो ऐसा हम लोग सेल्फ ग्लो इवैक्यूएशन मैप स्कूलों में लगाते हैं एबल्ड बच्चों के लिए। बोले जी व्हाट टू डू फॉर डिसेबल्ड बच्चे जो देख ही नहीं सकते, वो ये सेल्फ ग्लो मैप क्या देखेंगे? यू आर राइट, उनके लिए भी मैप बनता है, लेकिन वो मैप टाइल्स के और जिसको बेरिल्स बोलते हैं उसका बनता है। वो भी हम लोग बना करके वहां पे लगाए हैं। उनके बाथरूम जो है उस पे भी साइनेजेज लगे हुए हैं। तो आपको भी इस तरह ही करना चाहिए। और अगर आपको कहीं भी कोई दिक्कत लगता है, हम लोग इसी के लिए बैठे हैं। और मैं आप लोग को बताऊं, मैडम ने भले कहा कि जी जोन 4 सोल्यूशन के डायरेक्टर, मैं एक डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्रैक्टिशनर हूं। जो पर जैसे एक डॉक्टर बैठा हुआ होता है क्लिनिक खोल करके लोगों को हेल्प करने के लिए, जी मेरा सर दर्द हो गया, डॉक्टर आपको कुछ दवाई देता है, जी मेरे पेट में दर्द है, प्रैक्टिस करता है वो। वैसे ही हम लोग डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट के प्रैक्टिशनर हैं। वी हैव ओपन क्लिनिक एवरीवेयर। क्लिनिक खोल के बैठे हैं, आप अपने प्रॉब्लम लेकर के आए, वी विल सर्टेनली हेल्प यू। और वो जो हम लोग कर रहे हैं वो ऑल टेस्टेड मेथड है। वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन मोर देन 3500 स्कूल, होटल्स, सिनेमा हॉल्स, हॉस्पिटल्स, इंडस्ट्री, लॉट्स ऑफ। तो हम लोगों को हर एंगल से ये सोचना है कि अब हम अपना डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान बना रहे हैं। नॉर्मल लोगों के बारे में केवल ना सोचे, उनके बारे में सोचे जिसके लिए तनुश्री मैडम भी बार बार बात कर रही है या सुबह से बात हो रही है कि उनका क्या जो सुन ही नहीं पाएंगे, उनका क्या जो देख ही नहीं पाएंगे। आप तो चलिए इवैक्यूएशन होगा, कैसे भी कूद फान के भाग लेंगे, बिकॉज यू हैव 2 स्ट्रॉन्ग लेग्स। उनके बारे में सोचिए जिनके पास लेग्स ही नहीं है। सो मेक योर डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान इन सच ए वे कि उनका भी इवैक्यूएशन हो सके। व्हेन यू डू टेबल टॉप एक्सरसाइज, उनको भी आप इंक्लूड करें। व्हेन यू डू अ मॉक ड्रिल एक्सरसाइज, आप उनको भी उसमें इन्वॉल्व करें। और सिमुलेट अ सिचुएशन कि चलो हमारे यहाँ फायर हो गया है, चलो हमारे यहाँ भूकंप आया है, चलो हमारे यहाँ टेररिज्म हुआ है, एंड ट्राई टू इवैक्यूएट योर बिल्डिंग। पहला दिन। बट एक चीज श्योर है, मैं आप सबको कहता हूं कि मॉक ड्रिल जब तक एक्सपर्ट आपके साथ न हो, कोई क्वालिफाइड डिसास्टर मैनेजर आपके साथ न हो, तब तक पहला ड्रिल आप मत करें। फर्स्ट ड्रिल विदाउट सुपरविजन ऑफ अ क्वालिफाइड डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लीज अवॉइड, डोंट डू। क्योंकि एक्सीडेंट होते हैं, और कई एग्जाम्पल्स ऐसे हैं, आप लोगों ने न्यूज़पेपर और टीवी में, रेडियो में सुना होगा, तो प्लीज डोंट डू दैट। पहला, दूसरा, एक तो आप जब भी करें तो क्वालिफाइड डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट मैनेजर के सुपरविजन में करें। उसके बाद जब आप ट्रेंड हो जाएं, देन यू कैन गो थ्रू योरसेल्फ, क्योंकि डिसास्टर जिस समय आएगा वो उस समय हम तो वहां होंगे नहीं। इवैक्यूएट तो आपको अपने आप ही करना है, लेकिन पहला दूसरा तब तक आप करते रहें जब तक कि आपको वो सीमा पुरी मैडम के जैसा कॉन्फिडेंस ना आ जाए कि हम लोग कर सकते हैं। तनुश्री मैडम, अवधेश जी आ गए हैं?
Sir, Abhesh ji will join by 11 o'clock. In the meantime, if any questions from anybody in the group.
नहीं, मैं और आगे बात कर सकता हूँ अगर वो
नहीं, मतलब वो 11 बजे तक कनेक्ट कर पाएंगे। वो ऑडिटोरियम में थे. He is going to his room, so he'll connect by 11 o'clock. So in the meantime, if anybody has any question, they can ask.
आप पूछ ले ऑडियंस से।
जी।
Anybody, आपको कुछ पूछना है?
So नकुल सर, हम लोग इस चर्चा को थोड़ा आगे बढ़ाते हैं जब इन द मीनवाइल अवधेश जी विल जॉइन।
हाँ, तो कोई अच्छा, देखिए, हम लोग जो साइनेजेज लगाते हैं, अभी क्या होता है हमारे, बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूट ओनली, तो हम लोग जो साइनेजेज लगाते हैं स्कूलों में नॉर्मल के लिए, वो क्या करते हैं, एक जीट का एक एरो बना करके ग्रीन कलर का लगाते हैं, ठीक ना, सेल्फ ग्लो ग्रीन होता है। वो ग्रीन लगाने का लॉजिक है कि वो जब स्मोक आएगा, जब वो ब्लैक हो जाएगा, धुआं भरेगा, तो वो दिखेगा कि अच्छा मुझे इधर जाना है। दैट्स इज द लॉजिक। लेकिन अब आप ये सोचिए कि उनके लिए क्या साइनेजेज लगाएंगे जिनको दिखता ही नहीं है, व्हाट इज रेड एंड व्हाट इज द ब्लू एंड व्हाट इज ग्रीन, सो देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ प्लेसिंग ग्रीन साइनेजेज फॉर देम। तो उनके लिए क्या होता है, ये सुनीता मैडम का माइक बंद करो भाई। तो हम लोग उनके लिए क्या करते हैं, उनके लिए जो साइनेजेज बनते हैं वो भी टेक्टाइल्स के बनते हैं। आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, कभी आप इसको फील करना, जब कभी आप कोई भी इंटरनेशनल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में आप जाएंगे, जो स्टैंडर्ड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, इवन यू कैन फाइंड इट इन मेट्रो रेल, और दिल्ली मेट्रो में आपको काफी टेक्टाइल्स पाथ दिख जाएंगे, एयरपोर्ट पे होते हैं। आप वहां अब जाकर के आप देखेंगे तो आपको दिखेगा एक्चुअली एक रफ सरफेस का टाइल्स होता है, जिसे वो स्टिक से ऐसे 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 करके वो आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते कि अच्छा दिस इज द वे, ये हमारा रास्ता है ना। वैसे ही उनका इवैक्यूएशन मैप भी होता है, उनका एक लैंग्वेज भी होता है। आपने देखा होगा वो पेपर में ऐसे ऐसे डॉट 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 सा बना हुआ होता है, उससे वो पढ़ते हैं, दैट्स नोन एज ड्रिल लैंग्वेज। तो उसी लैंग्वेज में ये मैप्स बनते हैं, उसी लैंग्वेज में उनके लिए स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर बनता है, उसी लैंग्वेज में स्पेशल चिल्ड्रंस के लिए ट्रेनिंग मैनुअल बनता है, कैलेंडर्स बनते हैं। तो हम लोगों को उनके बारे में सोचना है कि कैसे हम लोग उनका इंक्लूजन कर सकें। और कहीं भी अगर आप लोग को लगता है कि हमारी जरूरत है कहीं भी, आप मैं हमेशा कहता हूं कि वी आर मोस्ट असेसेबल पर्सन ऑन द अर्थ। आप हमें रिंग करें, हम हमेशा ही मिलेंगे आपको, और आपको हम हेल्प करने के लिए तैयार बैठे हैं। तो अभी मेरे तरफ से अगर अभी कोई क्वेश्चन है किसी को, अच्छा, नो अलार्म वर्किंग इन स्कूल, इन्होंने क्या कोई पूछ रहे हैं या बता रहे हैं, क्या कहना चाहते हैं ये ढींगरा साहब? इनका बात नहीं समझ में आया ये।
नकुल सर, आई थिंक ही इज सेइंग लाइक हम लोग जब भी विजिट करते स्कूल को, हम लोग भी जब आप फील्ड विजिट करते थे पहले, तो बिफोर कोविड, सो वी यूज्ड टू नोटिस दैट फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर आर आउटडेटेड। कई बार होता था कि अलार्म नहीं काम कर, दो स्कूल हैव इंस्टॉल्ड अलार्म as per the mandate of government, but that alarm is not working. So these kind of challenges are there in practical scenario also, कि इस तरह के अलार्म है या फिर जो आउटडेटेड प्लान्स है वो लगे हुए हैं। जैसे भी आपने सेल्फ ग्लो मैप की बात की, The maps are very old in the school. People are not aware how to evacuate, which are the routes for evacuation. So मैं ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि this is not one time affair. Disaster management is one time. ये एक one time affair नहीं है. Since hazard are changing, लोग आ रहे हैं, जा रहे हैं, teachers जा सकते हैं, children पास आउट होके जा रहे हैं, तो हमें ये रिकरिंग प्रोसेस में रखना चाहिए. इससे रिलेटेड प्रिपेयर्डनेस को भी, बी इट योर फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर, अगर वो अपडेटेड है कि नहीं, ईयरली वो आपके अलार्म बज रहे हैं कि नहीं एट द टाइम ऑफ मॉक ड्रिल. सो ये कैसे होगा? तो सीमा तुली मैम ने जो बताया है कि विद द रिकरिंग प्रोसेस ऑफ मॉक ड्रिल, जितनी बार आप करेंगे उतने आप अपने स्किल्स को इनहांस करेंगे. तो ये जो क्वेरी आई थिंक इसी से रिलेटेड है कि कई स्कूलों में अलार्म नहीं काम कर रहे होते हैं. कई बार हम देखते हैं कि फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर नहीं, आप देखेंगे कि जितने भी एग्जिट रूट है उस पे भी कई बार सामान पड़े रहते हैं, कॉरिडोर्स में अलमीराज रहते हैं. तो ये सब तो अलर्टनेस हमें हर स्कूल लेवल पे चाहिए. हमारे साथ अवधेश जी जुड़ गए, तो मुझे लगता है कि ये सब प्रैक्टिकल जो इश्यूज है ये हर स्कूल लेवल पे, क्योंकि स्कूल भी एक इम्पोर्टेंट स्टेक होल्डर है व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट स्कूल डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान फॉर स्पेशली एबल चिल्ड्रन और इन जनरल नॉर्मल स्कूल्स आल्सो हु आर वर्किंग फॉर नॉर्मल चिल्ड्रन आल्सो. सो दिस इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट एरिया जहाँ पे हमेशा स्कूल को अलर्ट रहने की जरूरत है. हमारे साथ अवधेश जी जुड़ गए हैं. So Abdesh ji, I'll request you to kindly unmute yourself and go ahead with your presentation.
Yes, ma'am, I am unmuted, and thanks for inviting me. And sorry, apologies for being late because I was in meeting, but now connected. I am sharing a presentation with all of you and raising a very important issues related to the disability includes DRR in education sector. I'm going to raise the civil engineering aspect associated with the risk reduction for the Divyangjans. Is my presentation visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, am I go for the blended one? Hindi English दोनों use करें?
जी.
Okay. So this presentation is based on disability inclusive disaster risk reduction in education sector and civil engineering aspect. And today is International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction. That's why this is very important to raise these issues. And I am really thankful to Director Zone for Solution, Nakul Kumar Tarun sir, for organizing this international program and raising these issues among the society. And recently, we can see a lots of disasters frequencies lodging increase day by day. So जब हम बात करते हैं, थोड़ा ब्लेंडेड रखने की कोशिश करूंगा, हिंदी में भी बोलूंगा और इंग्लिश में भी. जब हम ह्यूमन सिविलाइजेशन के विकास की बात करते हैं या किस तरीके से हमारा डेवलपमेंट हुआ, तो तीन तरीके से हम लोग बहुत बार वर्ड्स सुनते हैं, चाहे हम सिविल इंजीनियरिंग से ताल्लुक हमारा हो या ना हो. रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान. तो आप अगर देखें तो ये रोटी और कपड़ा और मकान की बदौलत ही आज ह्यूमन सिविलाइजेशन इतनी ऊपर आया है. और आदि मानवों के दौर से हम शुरू हुए थे, कच्चा पक्का जो पका के खाते थे वो खाते थे. उसके बाद कुछ कपड़ों के हुए, तो कहा भी जाता है कि ह्यूमंस और अगर इंसान और जो एनिमल्स है उनमें डिफरेंस जब बात हुई तो वो यही कहा जाता है कि इस तरीके से हम सिविलाइज हुए. तो धीरे धीरे फिर जहाँ सिविल इंजीनियरिंग की बात आती है वो तीसरा एस्पेक्ट मकान की बात करूंगा मैं. यहाँ रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान की बात तो शुरुआती दौर में हम जानते हैं, मानव का उद्भव जो हुआ पेड़ों और जो गुफाएं आई, लेकिन धीरे धीरे विकास होते चले गए और फिर ईंटें बनी. और ईंटों के बाद में हमारे स्टोन से हमने बनाने शुरू किए. उसके बाद हम ईंटें बनाने लगे. मिट्टी के घर भी आज देखने को मिलते हैं. और अब आप देखते हैं आरसीसी कंस्ट्रक्शन और बड़े अच्छे अच्छे मटेरियल्स अब आ गए हैं. तो इसके द्वारा हम लोग अपने जो मकान की रिक्वायरमेंट को मानव जाति पूरा कर रही है. आगे अगर हम बढ़ें तो यहाँ जो आज का एस्पेक्ट उठाया गया डिसेबिलिटी और उसकी टाइप्स, यहाँ पर कुछ कंडीशंस जैसे सबके लिए बदलती है वैसे मकानों के लिए बदल जाती है. जो चीज़ें हम और आप यूज़ करते हैं नॉर्मली, शायद वो अगर कोई व्यक्ति एक किसी तरीके के डिसेबिलिटी से उसको कुछ पीड़ित है तो शायद वो ना कर सके. तो डिसेबिलिटी होती क्या है और उसके कितने प्रकार हो सकते हैं, सबसे पहले थोड़ी इस पे बात करना चाहेंगे. तो डिसेबिलिटी इज बेसिकली द कॉन्सिक्वेंस ऑफ इम्पेयरमेंट दैट मे बी फिजिकल, cognitive, mental, sensory, emotional development and some combination of these. एक भी हो सकती है, एक से ज़्यादा भी हो सकती है. तो यहाँ पर डिसेबिलिटी में भी maybe with the birth or occur during the person's lifetime. किसी का एक्सीडेंट होगा तो भी व्यक्ति डिसेबल हो सकता है और जन्मजात भी हो सकती है। तो डिसेबिलिटी एक अम्ब्रेला टर्म है जिसके अंदर बहुत सारी चीजें आती हैं। तो आज जो हम बात करें डिसेबिलिटी की, तो डिसेबिलिटी का केवल वो मतलब ना समझा जाए कि एक व्यक्ति फिजिकली ही उसको कुछ अक्षमता है, लेकिन अगर कोई मानसिक रूप से भी ऐसी कोई समस्या है तो वो भी डिसेबिलिटी में आता है। तो एक बड़ी बात ये समझने की हमारी है जिसको हमने किया। और कंडीशन कॉजिंग डिसेबिलिटी में भी क्लासिफाइड बाय द मेडिकल कम्युनिटी, जो मेडिकल कम्युनिटी ने क्लासिफाई किया है, दैट इज इनहेरिटेड, जेनेटिकली ट्रांसमिटेड, congenital, meaning caused by the mother's infection, other diseases due to the pregnancies of unknowing origin, that may be the possibility. So physical disability can be there, sensory disability can be there, vision impairment is there, hearing impairment may be there, and we can say mental health is a special issue, that is a separate topic. If we go in detail of that, become another program. So person with disabilities, according to the, if I quote the Person with Disability, Equal Opportunity, Protection of Rights and Full Participation Act 1995, person with disability, that means the person suffering from not less than 40% of any disability is certified by a medical authority, by a hospital institution specified for the purpose of this act, notification by appropriate government. So this is the criteria in India that by which we can say a person comes in the category of PWD. Let us move ahead. So disability maybe means blindness, low vision, leprosy cured, hearing impairment, locomotor disabilities, mental retardation, mental illness, etc. And if we saw the impact of disaster with PWDs and DRR needs, so this is going to be a serious issue because this is known as the vulnerable among the vulnerables. Disability, conflict, and health problems have severe psychological consequences. We all know that emotional wounds of disaster are much deeper than the physical one. So longer, so this is why this is so, because if a person who can walk, who can run, so during the disaster obviously then that's इसमें कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, वो भागेगा ही भागेगा। लेकिन अगर कोई व्यक्ति के साथ अक्षमता है कि वो व्हील चेयर को लेकर उसको जाना है, उसी जगह से निकलना है, तो उसके लिए एक सिचुएशन बिल्कुल दूसरे तरीके से होती है। तो ये मटेरियल लॉस से कई गुना ज्यादा एक असर करता है। तो अगर हम देखें डिजास्टर जो इफेक्ट करती हैं, तो मोर्टेलिटी रेट जो लोगों का होता है डिसेबिलिटी से ग्रस्त, वो 2 गुना ज़्यादा होता है। जनरल पॉपुलेशन जो होती है उससे 2 गुना ज़्यादा होता है। जापान की एक स्टडी है जिसके अनुसार ये पाया गया। तो दैट इज़ वाई द टॉपिक इज़ रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इफ यू गो फॉर द डिसेबिलिटी एंड ग्लोबल सेंसिटाइजेशन। सो SFDRR and Sustainable Development Goals promote the overreaching of leave no one behind concept, किसी को पीछे छोड़ना नहीं है, और जिसके अंदर इस चीज को डाला गया है कि DRR जो सेंडाई फ्रेमवर्क फॉर डिजास्टर रिस्क रिडक्शन SFDRR 1530 और SDG दोनों के अंदर इसको जगह मिली हुई है। आगे अगर हम देखें तो अगर भारत का हम स्टेटस की बात करें तो जो 2011 की सेंसस लास्ट वीक की 2021 में भी शेड्यूल्ड सेंसस है, 2011 के डेटा को अगर हम कोट करें तो 2.68 crore people who live with a disability and constitute around 2.21% of the nation's population. That's huge. And if we see the persons with disability are the valuable human resources, and India is committed to prove equal opportunities to 2.68 crore PWDs through legal and policy instrumentation to build more inclusive and resilient communities. Going ahead, Census of India 2011 also revealed some facts, and that is, if we see this, so we can see the proportion of disabled population by residents India in 2001 to 11. So here we can see rural and to urban figures. So we can see the population that is it is increasing with each year, and percentage share of the disabled population by sex if we talk about, so male population, male about 55.9 and females about 44.4. so this is the figure. Just
अवधेश जी आप म्यूट हो गए हैं।
No sir, I have muted myself, just I was adjusting something. So going ahead, the proportion of disabled population in India and state of UTs in 2011. So this is also a picture where you can observe one thing, that this you can see the percentage of disabled population of total population 1.75 and below. So and 2.51 and above. So we can see these states in red color where disabled population is really high, and India itself is second most populous country. That is why it also contributes to the global share as well. Now, if we see the proportion of disabled population in the respective age groups in India, 2011. So here we can see this 0 to 4 group to 80, 90 plus, and lots of population is there, and 80 to 89 we can see this figures highlighted. So lots of male and female population we can see is suffering from the this problem. So this is the source tables C or C20 of Census of India 2011. Just a second, sir. Okay, so take a look over disability and in DRI such as sensitization further. So we can see the global consensus of inclusion of empowerment of persons with disability for the sustainable development, and the need of the inclusion DRI process has been felt in India as well. So here we have the provisions in his inaugural address. ED sir also raised these issues like the Person with Disability Equal Opportunity Protection Act or Rights Act, School Participation Act 1995 is there, that provides the protection and equal opportunity to the PWDs. Subsequently, the Right of Person with Disabilities Act 2016 that acted to keep with the UN Convention of the Rights of Person with Disability, UNCRPD 2006, of which India is also a signatory. जैसे हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर भी कई बार ये बात करते हैं कि अगर जो इंडिया कोई इनिशिएटिव लेता है तो वो ग्लोबल इनिशिएटिव अपने आप हो जाता है। उसका कारण यह है कि हमारे पास दुनिया की दूसरे नंबर की सबसे बड़ी जनसंख्या है, तो जाहिर सी बात हम कोई भी कदम अगर उठाते हैं तो उसका फर्क पूरी दुनिया पे पड़ता है। तो बोथ ये दोनों ही एक्ट जो हैं इसके अंदर हमारे जो PWDs हैं इनको डिजास्टर एंड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन के अंदर प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करने का स्पेशल प्रोविजन बनाने की बात कही गई है। अब अगर हम अपने एस्पेक्ट पे वापस लौटें, जो मकान का एस्पेक्ट की बात कर रहे हैं कि लर्निंग सेंटर्स या हमारे जो एजुकेशन सेंटर्स है इसके अंदर क्या कहानी है, तो इसको लेकर एक प्रेस रिलीज मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूँ, स्क्रीन पे दिख रही होगी। तो डिसेबल्ड फ्रेंडली इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन स्कूल एंड कॉलेजेस इज नॉट ए न्यू थिंग दैट वी आर डिस्कसिंग टुडे, बट द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, नकुल तरुण सर भी यही बात बोलते हैं कि वी हैव द ग्रेट गाइडलाइंस, वी हैव द ग्रेट गाइडलाइंस, कहते हैं कि अंग्रेज भी जिससे शर्मा जाए, लेकिन that is important that how we are going to implement and execute this these guidelines. They are very good guidelines. So Ministry of Human Resource Development, MHRD, also issued a guidelines in this direction. So this guidelines was about the school and colleges. Let's explore it further. If I explore it further, so PWD is in National Disaster Management Framework. Almost disaster NDMA already has taken initiative regarding this. So the Act further enjoys the National Disaster Management Authority and State Disaster Management Authority to ensure the PWDs are included in all activities listed in DM Act 2000. मैं एक एक्टिविटी नहीं पढ़ सकता हूँ क्योंकि एक एक्टिविटी हम डिजास्टर्स की नहीं पढ़ सकते हैं, बहुत लंबी और ब्रॉड मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी एस्पेक्ट है। DM Act 2005 के तहत जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज हैं इसके अंदर PWDs के इंक्लूजन को इंश्योर करने के लिए हमें नेशनल डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी और स्टेट डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी दोनों के अंदर प्रोविजन है। तो NDMA गाइडलाइंस ऑन डिसेबिलिटी इंक्लूसिव डिजास्टर रिस्क रिडक्शन DIDRR की बात करेंगे हम। तो सितंबर 2019 के अंदर ये गाइडलाइंस हमारे पास आई थी और इसके अंदर इम्प्लीमेंट डिसेबिलिटी इंक्लूजन इन DRR एक्टिविटीज इंडिया की बात बहुत मुख्यता के साथ रखी गई है। अगर हम लर्निंग सेंटर्स की जो बात करते हैं तो अखिल भारतीय तकनीकी शिक्षा भर्ती यानी ऑल इंडिया काउंसिल फॉर टेक्निकल एजुकेशन AICTE क्या कहते हैं, तो इन ऑर्डर टू डेवलप द अवेयरनेस इन द हायर एजुकेशन सिस्टम एंड आल्सो टू प्रोवाइड द नेसेसरी गाइडलाइंस एंड काउंसलिंग टू द डिफरेंटली एबल्ड पर्सन, इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड दैट द इंस्टीट्यूट should, or we can say must, facilitate admission of differently abled person in various sources, provide guidance and counseling of differently abled individuals, create awareness about the needs of differently abled person and other general issues concerning their learning, assist differently abled graduates to gain successful employment in the public as well as private sector. नंबर 1 पॉइंट को ध्यान से देखा जाए तो फैसिलिटेट एडमिशन ऑफ डिफरेंट एबल्ड पर्सन इन द वेरियस कोर्सेज, यानी हर कोर्स के अंदर डिफरेंटली एबल्ड कोर्स जो लोग हैं, they are going to be admitted. If they are going to be admitted, so they are going to sit in the classrooms. So that is why whether our classrooms are prepared for that or not, canteens are prepared for that or not, staircases are prepared for that or not, that is automatically become a relevant question in this context if these are the recommendations. So that is why having this type of infrastructure is very important in this. Just a second, I will show you in the next in later on. So let us take cases. Just a second. So exploring the IICT guidelines providing access to differently abled persons. So it was felt that differently abled person need special arrangement in the environment for their mobility and independent functioning. Their needs are different. That is why the needs of infrastructure is eventually is going to be different. So it is the fact that many institutes have architectural barriers that a disabled person find difficult for their day-to-day functioning. The colleges are expected to address the accessibility related issue as per the stipulations of the Person with Disability Act 1995 that I discussed in the previous slide, and ensure that all existing structures as well as the future construction projects in their campuses are made disabled friendly. They have highlighted the institute should create the special facilities such as ramps, rails, special toilets, and make other necessary changes to suit the special needs of differently abled persons. The construction plans should clearly address the accessibility issues pertaining to the disability. Guidelines on accessibility laid out by the Office of the Chief Commissioner of Disabilities. So these are some, we can say, the providing access of differently abled persons guidelines by the AICTs also mentioned. Now moving ahead, the construction and making the environment disability friendly. So we have in engineering domain, there is the guidelines and space standard for the barrier-free built environment for disabled and elderly persons. So barrier-free means less resistance to the movement of the person with disability or Divyangjan. So for that, Central Public Work Department, Ministry of Urban Affairs and Employment India 1998 passed the guidelines, and that includes the types of disabilities, mobility devices, controls, construction and maintenance instruction. They set the construction standards for that and classify the building as per the requirement and functionality. So minimum access provisions required in the various types of buildings, design elements with the building premises, building public buildings, guiding, warning floor materials and other facilities, design elements outside the buildings, and residential buildings, auditorium, parks, restaurants, railway stations, model building bylaws. लर्निंग सेंटर्स के बारे में एक बात बोलना चाहूंगा कि लर्निंग सेंटर हमारे छोटे भी हो सकते हैं और बड़े भी हो सकते हैं. तो यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर कई बार बहुत बार होता ही है कि बहुत सारे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एक साथ होते हैं. तो बिकॉज आई बिलोंग फ्रॉम एन यूनिवर्सिटी, सो that is why I can see a number of infrastructure units there. So that is why this type of guideline must be incorporated in these universities and colleges, where the movement of the where the people where such special ability students are admitted, and they have to go through their study processes that are usually 1, 2, 3 or 4 year or 5 year maybe. So it is very important for that. Not only in India, you can see the guidelines for differently abled friendly construction in Bhutan as well. This is a copy of that, where similar guidelines can be seen. So it is an international document. And if I discuss some provisions associated with the access provision required in various types of buildings, so it is maybe the little bit technical, but I would like to simplify this. So single detached, single dwelling units, the minimum means it left hand side you can see the type of building, and the right hand side you can see the minimum provisions that must be in the buildings. And it is based on the CPWD guideline that I recently discussed in the previous slide. So single detached single dwelling units at minimum of 2% of the total number of units to be constructed with barrier free features. It must be there. So barrier free feature means less number of things that may act as a barrier for the movement of the disabled person. And if we discuss the staff housing, multiple dwelling and high-rise residential units and tenements, so minimum 1 unit and every 25 plus 1 additional unit for every 100 unit thereafter, entrances and exits to be accessible. Means entrance and exit, these are important area. While you plan any evacuation during the disaster or emergency situation, then the exit and entrance matter a lot. So that is why there is the provision for that as well. Discussing this further, so post offices, banks and financial service institutions and tenements houses, row houses, apartment, townhouses, so similar type of this, you can see this. Post office feature and banks and financial service institution, आपने देखा होगा कि lots of people face the problem. So a minimum 1 lower service counter on the premises should be there as per the provision of the CPWD, so that a person with disability not face the problem to reach to the counter. So a minimum of the 1 lower service counter on the premises must be there. Shop houses and single story shops, places of worships, there is also the provisions. A minimum of 1 lowered automatic teller machine, popularly known as ATM, cash disbursement point of the premises, stamp bending machine should be there. That is that is lower than the conventional ATM machine or cash disbursement point. And accessible shopping areas that can be accessed by the Divyangjans. Entrance and exit and main area of the worship to be accessible. Similar concept applicable for the worship areas. मॉस्क मंदिर मस्जिद गुरुद्वारे जितने भी है सारे वर्शिप एरियाज इसके अंदर कवर हैं. And in Christianity there is a very interesting and very unique concept, that is about the confession. So what happened, they confess their sin or whatever it is. So that is why it should be also there, also a provisions in the worship center that the person with disability or Divyangjan can confess with the holy person who is there for that purpose. So temple access to the shrines and country yard, these are also the provisions while we construct this type of worship places. Food centers, if we talk about, then a minimum of the 1 table without stools or seats attached to the floor for every 10 tables. It is recommended. A minimum of 2 tables without stools or seats attached to the floor for the whole premises. अगर कोई स्टूल टेबल कुर्सी पर नहीं बैठ सकता मान लीजिए, तो इस तरीके का एक टेबल आपको 2 टेबल बनाने हैं ताकि जो ऐसे पर्सन है वो व्हीलचेयर के साथ भी वहां पर उस सर्विस को ले सकें, या अगर कोई और किसी और तरह की डिसेबिलिटी है उसको भी वो एक्सेस कर सकें. कम्युनिटी सेंटर, विलेज हॉल्स, ऑडिटोरियम, concert hall, assembly halls, cinemas, theater and other places of assembly. So these are accessible entrance, exits and main community on the public gathering areas. So these are provisions that are incorporated by the CPWD by planning for the disabilities inclusive risk reduction construction. So here a minimum of the 2 wheelchair spaces for seating capacity up to 100 seats should be there. A minimum of 4 wheelchair spaces for seating capacity over 100 to 400 should be there. These are the part of this. Moving ahead, PWD's most vulnerable group as per the PW Act, Act 1995, Government of India. People with disability are highly diverse group. Thus, each disability has its own unique characteristics and disability specific needs. But we should remember, sometimes disabilities are invisible. This is also a fact, that it is not that अगर कोई ठीक लग रहा है तो वो ठीक ही हो. And moving ahead, this type of situation is usually occur with the Divyang women. So a woman who has the real value and status in the family will define the home and will ensure all her own well-being and that of the family. So during the disaster, it is observed that you can see the woman's physiological renders them more vulnerable in some circumstances, such as if she is pregnant or delivery or menstruation, for example, after pregnancy, a vulnerable being is attached to the mother. Thus, greater attention should be paid to such requirement during the construction planning as well. So this is the vulnerability among the vulnerability. That's why it should also be taken care of while be planning this type of building. And not the presentation is heading towards this summation. So here, one thing I would like to raise very prominently, that innovation is the key. जो काम हमारे हमेशा से होते चले आ रहे हैं, अगर वैसे ही होते चले जाएंगे तो कुछ भी सुधरेगा नहीं. इसी में इनोवेशन का एक बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण जो है, आई वुड लाइक टू कोट our example of our ex-president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and most of the people know him as President of India, and very famous missile man, and who provided the number of defense technology to India. But here I would like to give one interesting fact about Kalam sir. So Dr. Kalam, when he was the chief of DRDO in 90s, he visited the NIMS and asked physicians to come up with idea that can actually be developed using the defense technology. So he blended the defense technology for this. So he come up with the lightweight calipers that was made of glass-filled polypropylene, which weighed just 300 grams. While in those days, the polio patient used to wear calipers that weighted around 4 kg. 4 kg की चीज को उन्होंने 300 ग्राम में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. And how it is done? By blending the defense technology. So calipers were developed from the same composite material used to manufacture the nose cone of the Agni missile. That was a great project of India. So they used this, and lightweight calipers were lighter, sturdier, easier to make, and cheaper. And the surprising fact that the cost of the traditional leather and metal polio calipers at that time was between 3,500 and 4,000, but it was become 500 after that innovation. So this type of technology, whether it's a building, whether it's structural measure or whether it's non-structural measure, we should also keep in our mind whether they are deliverable on a economical cost to the society or not. If we are designing a technology that is too much expensive and delivered to the society, then we may write in our document that we have delivered or we have discovered that technology, but it is not going to serve to the society in an actual way. So this type of approach should be needed in India. For that, National Institute of Disaster Management and also issued a guideline about disability inclusive disaster risk reduction, DIDRR, pathways inclusion of action for resilience. We can also see an press release regarding the same about the observation of the International Day of People with Disabilities, 3rd December 2011 by the you can see this a program was launched, and in this we have go for the International Day for People with Disability. And here you can see another aspect of DRR, that is psychosocial care in disaster management. And here government India also run a lots of initiative in which they also release a postal stamp for that. It is a philately from it is a stamp from Central India Philately Society, Satna, Madhya Pradesh. It was released, and here we can say this 1981 was declared as disabled person, year of disabled person at that time. So it is a long tail, and this is not that disabled person or a person with the special abilities they are need some great, we are doing something that is really a great hard task. We have in the history lots of examples are there where the Divyang leadership we have seen today. So lots of I was told that a number of children are also associated with today's program, and also the children's also the schools that are working in this direction, they are also doing great in that. They are also connected with us. So let's know more conventional thinking about this. So Divyang leadership's example is very old in India. So here you can see the Kumbha Fort's example, and it is it is Rana Sangha. So he was the disabled, but he is considered the epitome of valor in India. So that is the Divyang leadership is not new in India. Going ahead, lots of success stories are there. You can see these faces. They write history with their efforts, whether it's Sudha Chandran or we can see this famous voice of Ramayana. And lots of people even won the Olympic medals in Olympic. gold, Olympic gold, we can Olympic medals in all over the world, not only in India. So this is some success stories associated with this. And here, before the thanks, we can salute to this person. So who can forget this man? So he's Stephen Hawking, who even traveled the space with his spatial abilities and considered as one of the brilliant brain of the world till now. So with these inspirations and with this high morale, I would like to sum up this presentation. And as whatever field we are working, whether I am working in the engineering domain, someone is working in the legal domain, someone is working in the policy frame, education, academia, or industry. So they must work in a single note to serve to the society and serve to the disabled, serve to the person with disabilities and come up with the solution. This is the need of the hour. With these words, I would like to sum up here. Thank you for your patience in listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Avdesh. You have briefly covered all the aspects from the government guidelines and all to the each and every point mentioned in the government, how to make the disable friendly infrastructure, what are the indicators provided in the government guidelines. I could see many chat from Lakshmi Narayan ji, who is writing a lot on the disable friendly issues. You can also see Avdesh ji, and if you want to reply, he has given a lot of suggestions also. And rightly, you have in the presentation, not only talked about disabled, but also for the women and how to make them mainstream in the process of the IDRR, and the various positive note. That is very important, because we feel that they are excluded because we have made this in our mind. We have made them excluded. So right. As Tuli ma'am was also saying in the morning, skill building is not a problem, but we are not able to integrate them to the main course of society. So we should provide them with enough opportunities and those right. kind of environment where we can mainstream them. One important point I could see in your presentation was those disability which is not visible. So we need to address those kind of disabilities also, largely I think psychosocial or mental related issues, which may happen after the issues of humanitarian conflict, crisis, or if we may lose someone during disaster or aftermath of disaster. So I feel, Nakulji, we are providing this platform with very important issues. We have started with international webinar, especially started with the COVID discussion. Then we discussed on the issue of local capacity building, then women mainstreaming in DR. So very selective, but very important issues we are taking up, which would certainly help the larger community and the nation to pave the way, because these platforms are providing the opportunity to everyone across the globe to learn from each other's experience. And we have seen in the morning the way Tuli ma'am was discussing, and when I was looking at her face, it was full of confidence and happiness. So she also shared that when we she go to school, looking at the children of the disabled student, she get motivation, because so we should accept our situation, but we should also continue to how to strengthen, how to enhance that scenario. Whatever situation is that, we should contribute to the process of risk reduction. So, Avdesh, if you want to address some of the queries, I think there are many queries in the chat box or some suggestions are there. So
yes, we can take this.
And just go through the chat box.
One suggestion I would like to submit here, that sometimes we got very good suggestion in the chat box, but unfortunately we cannot document them, because when we are in the program, then there are lots of things are running. So when the feedback will be shared about this program, they can also provide the valuable suggestion to us, and so that we can document it as well.
So with the international webinar, I would like to reiterate here that we have started documenting the process of the international webinar. We have documented the past 2 webinars. So we also give the course given by the presenter and some of the course provided by the participant themselves. So if any quotes or any suggestions, like I could see that Lakshmi Narayan ji has given a lot of, so you can share those in the feedback form also. We will pick up those codes and also
Let's,
call. Yeah.
I'm reading the chat box. So I think this question is not for me, but for the Nakul sir. So Navdeep Singh sir is saying that sir, दिल्ली के अंदर बहुत से स्कूलों में ना अलार्म है, ना मैप लगे हुए हैं और ना पायल के अलार्म काम कर रहे हैं, ना फायर एक्टिवेशन काम कर रहे हैं, नहीं कर रहे हैं। उस पर कौन एक्शन लेगा? ना कोई चेक करता है। जब कोई फायर हो जाती है देखा जाता है, तो इस तरह के फायर हुए हैं बिल्कुल ही बंद थे। तो नकुल सर, फायर की बात है तो ये क्वेश्चन आपके पास ही जाना चाहिए। सो प्लीज।
नहीं, बिल्कुल सही कहा है आपने। देखिए, फायर की बात तो क्या, ये फैक्ट है कि फॉर अस, मतलब अस बोला तो हम पूरे भारत की बात कर रहे हैं
जी।
सिक्योरिटी और सेफ्टी जो है वो लीस्ट प्रायोरिटी पे है हमारे लिए। और जब कुछ हो जाता है तभी हम जागते हैं और तभी हमें पता चलता है। हम लोग तभी सुधरते हैं जब बहुत ज्यादा नुकसान उठा लेते हैं। उनका कहना सही है। बहुत सारे स्कूलों में हम लोग गए, दे हैव देयर फायर अलार्म, ऑफिसों में वो स्प्रिंकलर्स लगे हुए होते हैं, स्मोक डिटेक्टर्स लगे हुए होते हैं, लेकिन क्या है वो चलाते नहीं। उसको क्या करते हैं, पावर ही उसका स्विच ऑफ कर देते हैं। इसलिए क्यों बिना थोड़ा भी, क्योंकि वो जो है कोई सिगरेट पीता है, कोई बीड़ी पीता है, वो हुटर बच जाता है, तो सबसे अच्छा सोचते चलो इसको बंद ही कर देते हैं, बात खत्म करते हैं हम लोग। तो क्या हुआ, आपके पास होना अलग बात है। आप ऐसे समझे कि फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर होना अलग बात है, उसको चलाना अलग बात है, तो उसका यूज करना अलग बात है। और ये सब आपके अवेयरनेस से आएगा। आपकी जितना ज्यादा आप में क्यूरियोसिटी होगा, जितना ज्यादा आप में रिस्पॉन्सिवनेस आएगा, अकाउंटेबिलिटी आएगी, तब आप ये सब कर सकते हैं। ये वो एक स्कूल की क्या बात कर रहे हैं, बहुत सारों का हालत ऐसे ही है और क्या करें, बट वी आर ट्राइंग आवर बिट बेस्ट। हम लोग, आपने देखा होगा, हम हर लेवल पे, क्या इंटरनेशनल क्या नेशनल, हम हर लेवल पे सबको अवेयर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। वी इनवाइट यू ऑल्सो, आप लोग आए, सब मिल करके हमने कुछ को किया है, आप भी हमारे साथ मिल के कुछ को करें। और आई विल नॉट डिसअपॉइंट यू, हम लोग सब मिल करके इस कम्युनिटी को सेफ बनाएंगे, इस बात की मैं गारंटी देता हूँ।
जी, थैंक यू सर। ये बिल्कुल सही बात है कि आपके पास संसाधन होने का कुछ मतलब नहीं है अगर उसका इस्तेमाल करना किया ना जाए या वो संसाधन समय पे अवेलेबल नहीं। इसके बाद मैं थोड़ी रीडिंग और करना चाहूँगा सर। In view of the UN CRPD WW 1990 has been amended as RPWD definition categories etc. different. Okay. Universal Design UD approved by the GOI provided by the guidelines for developing barrier-free environment BFE or civil. So actually, Lakshmi Narayan sir is basically updating the things. So there are lots of things, and we are in the world where, you know, if I buy a mobile today and if I show it yesterday to someone, so there may be a new variant in his own hand or her own hand. So that is why this updation is going to be continue. Thank you so much for this submission, sir. And I can see rest no questions, but
actually,
so any observation, I feel, Abdeji, any observation from the participant, they can give us on feedback. We will certainly document that also in our final report. And that final report gets circulated to all the concerned agencies and organizations working for disaster management in India. Not only in India, all our international participants, we share that through e-media. So whatever suggestions you have, you can give that on feedback form. We certainly oversee the feedback form before drafting the final report for each of the program. So feedback form provide us an
I think feedback form is not yet shared, right?
Please share, please.
Okay, I'm sharing the feedback form right now.
In the meantime, I request Nakul ji to kindly give final vote of thanks and wrap up the program. If any queries are there,
one thing I would like to add here, that we as a Zone 4 solution, what we do different, we just do different one thing, that whether we are going for a webinar or international program, we not go for an interaction of 1 to 2 hours, 3 hours. We have the association for long term, and that is why we also share the details in the chat box. So all the peoples, whether you are connected from any country, whether you are connected from any state, any district. So stay connected with us, so that we can, this brainstorming or these sessions continue to solve the solution for the society and welfare of all. So this thing I would like to act. Now the feedback form is available in the chat box, and I request all the participants to please must fill for the sake of getting the certificate for the program. Please, Nakul sir.
Thank you, Avdesh ji. आज जैसा मैं मॉर्निंग में ही कहा कि क्योंकि इन इंडिया वी हैव अष्टमी फेस्टिवल, अष्टमी पूजन, सो and due to 13th we have it's a very famous day, you can say Diwali for the disaster managers. Every year we have lots of program, so our chief guest member Rajendra Singh not free yet. Anyway, हम सबको धन्यवाद बोलते हैं, आप सब लोग आए. टेक अवे मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं आप सब लोगों के लिए, इवन जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स इतना वैल्यूएबल टाइम दे करके आप लोग आए, हमारा ये राइट है, जीने का अधिकार है हमारा. इसे बड़े व्यू में देखने का जरूरत है कि हमारा सुरक्षा के साथ जीने का अधिकार है. राइट टू एजुकेशन हमें मिला है, राइट टू एजुकेशन, उसे बड़ा करके देखें तो सुरक्षा के साथ राइट टू एजुकेशन, मतलब हमें राइट टू एजुकेशन है विद सेफ्टी. अगर हम रहेंगे नहीं तो पढ़ेगा कौन, एजुकेट किसे करेंगे. सो हमें जो भी अधिकार मिले हैं उसे एज ए डिसास्टर मैनेजर, एज ए डिसास्टर प्रोफेशनल, सेफ्टी के एंगल से अगर हम देखें तो उसमें सेफ्टी आप अपने आप ही इंक्लूड कर लें. हमें काम करना है, सेफ्टी के साथ करना है, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ डिसेबिलिटी जो है, मोस्ट ऑफ डिसेबिलिटी जो अभी हैदरी साहब भी कह रहे थे, जनरली वो वर्किंग कंडीशंस में आते हैं और टेररिज्म के केस में आते हैं. जो बॉर्न का रेट है वो सबसे कम है, बाई बर्थ जो डिसेबिलिटी आती है वो सबसे कम है. तो इसका मतलब हुआ कि चलो बाई बर्थ जो डिसेबिलिटी आई, हालांकि उसका भी इलाज करवा सकते थे, हम ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, भगवान तो कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबल है नहीं, लेकिन उसके बाद भी उसे हम एक्साइट करते हैं. एंड भी अगर हम लोग कोशिश करें तो इस डिसेबिलिटी को रोका जा सकता है. अगर रोका नहीं जा सकता तो इसे कम तो जरूर किया जा सकता है. Definitely, और अगर कम नहीं भी किया कर पाए तो एटलीस्ट हम उनके राइट्स को, उनको भी राइट टू एजुकेशन दे सकते हैं. अगर उनके लिए हम लोग असेसेबल इन्वायरमेंट बनाएं, हम उन्हें भी सेफ्टी दे सकते हैं. अगर हम अपने डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान में उनको भी इंक्लूड करें, हम उन्हें सेव कर सकते हैं. अगर हम उनको मॉक ड्रिल में इन्वॉल्व करें, वो हमारे ही सोसाइटी के पार्ट हैं, दे आर वनरेबल अमंग वनरेबल. तो हमें अपने सारी एक्टिविटी जो अभी हम करते हैं, पढ़ते हैं, सेफ्टी करते हैं, जॉब करते हैं, खाना जो कुछ भी करते हैं, हम लोगों को उन जो स्पेशल लोग हैं उनको इंक्लूड करना है. सबको फिर से कहता हूं कि हमारी अपनी लिमिटेशंस है, आप सब मिलकर के आइए. अभी बता रहे थे कि केवल हमारे ही देश में कोई 2.5 करोड़ लोग डिसेबल्स हैं, तो नंबर बहुत ज्यादा है, काम बहुत ज्यादा है. आप लोग आए, तो ये मैन काइंड को बचाने की बात है, जीने मरने की बात है, उनको सेवा करने की बात है. तो लेट्स ज्वाइन हैंड, और हम लोग बहुत सारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऐसा क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. हैप्पी, जो आप सीमा तुली मैडम के फेस पे आपने देखा, हम लोगों ने ये डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान आज के 3 साल पहले बनाया था. जो सीमा तुली मैडम सुबह बता रही थी, वो प्लान 3 साल पहले बनाया था हम लोगों ने, और उन्होंने देखिए उनका इन्वॉल्वमेंट कितना अच्छा हुआ है. और तो मैं यही कहूंगा, जैसे शुरू से ईडी साहब, हैदरी सब ने कहा कि इट्स ए रेगुलर प्रोसेस, तो आप इसे एक बार हमने प्लान कर दिया, उसे आपको धीरे 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 इंप्रूव करते करते सबके लिए असेसेबल बनाते. नाउ गवर्नमेंट आल्सो इशूइंग लेटर डे बाय डे. सो थैंक यू एवरीबॉडी, आप सब लोग आए, आपका धन्यवाद. हमसे हम लोग अवेलेबल हैं, कहीं भी किसी भी तरह का कोई भी अगर आपको डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान या डिसास्टर से रिलेटेड कोई भी क्वेरी कभी भी होता है, वी हैव अ वेरी गुड टीम, आप हमसे पूछ सकते हैं, वी विल सर्टेनली हेल्प यू। मैं ये आपसे कह सकता हूं। थैंक यू। अगर जिन लोगों ने वो फीडबैक फॉर्म नहीं भरा है, प्लीज भर देना, नहीं तो फिर बाद में वो सर्टिफिकेट में इशू होता है। हम लोगों के लिए भी लिमिटेशन है कि अगर वो आप नहीं भरते तो हमें पता नहीं लगता किस नाम से सर्टिफिकेट बनवाना है, और फिर बाद में कहते जी मेरा सर्टिफिकेट नहीं आया, तो प्लीज आप उसको भर देना। थैंक यू, थैंक यू। तनुश्री, यू कैन टेक अप।
I thanks everybody to listen this platform patiently, and all the audience for their patient listening. I could see that same number of participants are still here, and it was a very insightful program. I think, Nakulji, we have resource person from Afghanistan also who have discussed the specific kind of disability of the children and how they are mitigating the impact of humanitarian crisis and conflict. That was certainly very important session for us today. And the practical issues and challenges and how they are dealing at a field level was discussed by Tuli ma'am. And obviously Abhis has always supported us with his guidance and this thing. And his presentation certainly enhanced the knowledge base of the various schemes and policy. But again, I want to reiterate this fact that it is not only the responsibility of the government, it's the responsibility of each one of us present here today to take a pledge from this platform that wherever we will go, we will try to ensure that we are contributing to make this environment, resilient environment, and inclusive for all. So with this note, I would like to thank everybody, especially you, Nakulji, to organize this webinar on a timely basis, where we are in the process of contributing to inclusion of disabled people or special children in the education sector. So I thank everybody for their presence here, and I think we should wrap up here. Nakulji.
Thank you.
Thank you. तो हम आप लोगों के आने का धन्यवाद, और अब हम लोग इस मीटिंग को एंड करते हैं। अगर कुछ लोग भी अगर बचे हैं तो आप बता दें, अदरवाइज हम लोग इस मीटिंग को अब एंड कर रहे हैं। अच्छा, मंदाकिनी की आवाज भी आज आए हैं। नेगी साहब, थैंक यू आपका।
धन्यवाद सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। यहाँ पे थोड़ा इंटरनेट का प्रॉब्लम चलता है, थोड़ा लेट से जुड़े, लेकिन बहुत अच्छी चर्चा रही।
थैंक यू। मैं आपका नाम अभी देखा तो मैं कह रहे तो मिस्टर नेगी हैं, और आप तो बिल्कुल पहाड़ों से आपकी आवाज आ रही है, तो अब इंटरनेट को क्यों ब्लेम कर रहे हैं आप?
जी।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू उत्पल सिंह जी, थैंक यू। हम लोग मीटिंग एंड करते हैं।
जी, फीडबैक हो, उस वक्त किसी ने नहीं भरा हो तो थोड़ी देर में खुला रखिए सर, भर जाएगा सबका।